asked you guys to ask me anything, which was quite risky. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? What's your moon and rising signs? Right. Are you bi? Do you have a crush or are you dating anyone right now? Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of Dream on Pod with me, your host Lottie Moss. Wow, it's a new year. It's the first episode back. I am so fucking excited. I'm so fucking excited for this year actually. We are only 2 weeks into the year and I've already announced that I'm going on a Netflix show, which is so exciting, and I've literally been holding it in since last summer. It's been so difficult to keep from you guys and everyone, all my friends, everything. It's just been so difficult to try and keep in, but finally it's been announced. You can head over to my Instagram. The trailer is on there. It will be coming out in a few weeks, which is so exciting. There's a premiere and everything, which is like, to be fair, when I was younger, I really wanted to be an actress, but I never really thought that my first premiere I was going to was going to be like for a Bear Grylls Netflix show, like so random. But it was so much fun to film. I mean, I can't wait for you guys to actually watch it and just see the whole journey of me in there, because it came at a time where I think I was feeling quite vulnerable. It was exactly what I needed, like to be, I know it sounds really strange because I was actually thrown into a jungle with like 11 people that I've never met. I can't say too much because the show's obviously not out yet. It's not been aired yet. But I just want to tell you guys everything. It is just so difficult to keep it in. It was such an incredible experience. And I think meeting such different individuals was just so crazy, because everyone on the show is so different and is from such different backgrounds and has done such different things. And like us all being thrown together was something I don't think any of us would have ever all been in a room together if it hadn't been for this TV show. But we were thrown together and we all got along so well and we just had so much fun. I'd never filmed anything like this where you had to like hand in your phones and, you know, you're filmed 24/7. I've never done anything like this before, and it was like, I have such sympathy now for people that film like Love Island and like Celebrity Big Brother, because it is so, when I tell you I got bored, like I didn't even know what boredom was until I was sat on everyone was sleeping throughout the day, because I mean, it was exhausting what we were doing, because we were doing challenges every day. And, you know, there's like bear pit and everything all the time. We were like working and filming and, you know, doing the confessionals, which is where you sit in a room and talk to the camera. So it was exhausting. So throughout the day, people would just sleep. And I got so bored one day while everyone was sleeping, because I had no one to chat to, no games, no phone, no TV, nothing. I literally went onto the beach, because where we were staying was on a beach, like this little hut thing. And I went onto the beach. I was picking up these tiny little shells, and I was looking for, I'm not joking, like this big, like tiny, like size of a little like diamante, literally picking up shells that size and like collecting them, walking across the beach trying to find like things from a shipwreck, or like, I was so bored. But I do think it really allowed me to just reconnect with myself and actually just take some time. And I think in this 21st century that we live in, we are so always just like on our phones, out seeing friends, watching TV. We're always so distracted. When you have no distractions, shit gets real. Like, you know, before you go to bed and you have all these thoughts and you're just lying there. It was like that, but 24/7. And like, obviously, you know, we could sit and talk to each other and stuff, but like, there's only so much you can say. Yeah, I think I really have needed time to just heal and everything. I think I've just gone through a lot in the last few years, and I think having that time, like 2 weeks, just to reconnect with nature, just be at one with the earth. No, but seriously, it was an amazing experience, and I cannot wait for you guys to watch. And then also, I turned 27. Eek! I was so worried about turning 27 because it feels so old. I don't know why. Like, I just feel, when I was younger, I always had older friends. So I always felt like the young one. Like, I always have thought of myself as being like 18 ever since I was 18. And now I'm 27. Like, I'm officially too old for Leo DiCaprio. I'm officially over that hump of 25. And I'm closer to 30 now than I am like 25. And it's just weird. Like, I'm like, oh my God, like I'm stressing out. And I think 'cause I've got like half my friends, and I'm sure a lot of you can resonate with this. I think like half of my friends are doing drugs, going out and having fun. And then the other half of my friends are like getting married, getting pregnant and moving into a house. And it's just a really weird age and a really weird time, because you kind of think to yourself, like, should I be doing these things? Should I be, you know, buying a house? Should I be like finding someone? But I'm just taking it as it is. Like, I'm really in my soft girl era at the moment. I've been a bit like a hard nut to crack, I think, with dating. I let a lot of men into my life when I was a lot younger that were just such trash, and I just felt like my energy had been sucked out from them. Like, I think all these people that came into my life, like friends and relationships and stuff that didn't go well, that some of them weren't very nice people, and they really just sucked the brightness and the energy out of me. And so after that, I think for a long time I really shut myself off from my emotions, from my feelings, from just wanting to, I just didn't really want to like get hurt again, to be honest. So I became a bit hardcore. I became a bit man-hatey, if I'm honest. I was a bit like fuck men for a while, and fuck everyone actually for a while. But now I'm back in soft girl era and I'm loving it. Like, I've made my house all nice and organized. I have the most amazing organizer. She's called Rachel. I'll link her because she's absolutely incredible. She comes over, organizes your house, like, you know, buys like crates to put in all the different shelves and stuff. Like, she's amazing. And so I've organized my house. I bought like new furniture. Like, I'm really like nesting, and I think I'm also just going out a lot less. And I think that's another thing that changes when you get older and you have to move away from certain people that are still kind of living the life of like a 21-year-old. Because now I'm getting a bit older. I'm like, I do want to just be at home now. I want to like, my peace needs to be protected. And where I find my peace is like at home or watching Netflix with my friends, like having, you know, just more of like a chill time with my friends now, and like really sitting and just connecting with my girlfriends like on the couch and talking deeply about things. I think when I was younger, a lot of my conversations were very surface level. I don't know if any of you guys find this, but when you go out when you're younger and you meet people, the conversations aren't very deep. Like, it's just like, oh my God, how are you? Blah, 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 what's going on with your like boyfriends? And, you know, you don't really sit and like talk about like how your feelings and, you know, the deep dark parts of yourself and things. And I think that's something that I really starting to like enjoy talking about, just like really deep things, and you know, having like nice chats with my friends, and not so much like being out. Like, the last time I went out was on my birthday, which was a week ago. I was out and I was just like, I just don't enjoy being here. Like, I went to this place, I was just like, it was a place that I go quite regularly, and I just was like looking around. I was like, I hate everyone in here. I think you're all snobby assholes. Like, literally, like, I know it sounds bad, but I'm just looking around like, I don't enjoy this vibe. Even when I was just in Tulum on holiday and for New Year's, and I literally was just like looking around. I was like, I hate this vibe. Like, I hate this like clubby, like all these guys, like, that's not me. Like, I'm not a 365 party girl anymore. Like, I am, but like, she comes out on special occasions, not like every weekend now, I think. And I think that's just such a big adjustment for me, because I am known in the press for being a bit of a party girl. I am known by my friends for being a bit of a party girl, and people on, you know, on the scene and stuff like know me for, you know, being a bit of a party girl. But it's just like, I just feel like I need to transition now. Like, I feel like it's time. And I think for the kind of guy that I want to attract, like, I want to be attracting a nice, normal, cool guy. And it's so important. You have to put out what you want back. So you have to like give out what you want to attract. Like, in a few years ago, I was not I was not going to attract anyone good. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was going out 4 or 5 times a week. Like, I was pretty miserable. I was like just a nutter. Like, I didn't really have any order in my life. It was just a lot. And I don't think anyone really would have wanted to deal with it. And I don't think the right person would like love me as the person I was then. Do you know what I mean? Because it wasn't me. I think now I feel so much more comfortable in my own skin, and I know myself so much better now. I really like the person that I'm becoming and the person that I am. And that's really special. That's really cutesy. That's really special, because I've not liked myself for a lot of my life, and finally getting to a point where like I love the track I'm on. I love doing this podcast. I love chatting to you guys. It's actually just an excuse for me to sit and chat shit. Yeah, and I'm doing these TV shows. I'm really going into something that I really enjoy, and I want someone to share that with. Like, I was actually sat last night, I was just like that Lana Del Rey song, I was like, when's it gonna be my turn? Like, I literally was like, come on now, like, I'm ready now. Like, it's enough. Like, I just want to like cuddle up in bed with my man and like make cute like cookies and like bake, and like I'm like turning into a housewife. I feel like I want to just like be cutesy. I'm just loving the energy that I'm in right now. But I'm fully single. I'm not really dating. I like, me and my ex have spoken Nothing came of that. That's been put to bed. Wish him all the best in the world, though. Yeah, I think a big thing I've learned at the age of 27, because I think 26, 27 is such like prime years for like evolving. For a woman especially, I think, so I've spoken to a lot of my female friends and females that have said like 26, 27, like things really start to make sense. I don't know whether like the frontal lobe just like develops, but I got to 26, 27 and I was like, okay, I get it now. Like everything that you used to be like, what the fuck, like I'm being punished, like this shit fucking sucks, like you just feel like the world is just shitting on you one thing after another. All of those things, when you get a little bit older, they do start to make sense. So if anyone's listening right now or watching and you're under 25 and you're like, my life is fucking chaos, like this is not the plan, the universe has a plan. Like I'm so weirdly spiritual and that I really believe in the universe, and I really believe that everything happens for a reason. And the reason you go through these hard, difficult times or these horrible relationships or these horrible friendships is because it shapes you into the person that you need to be. All these experiences will collectively come together and make sense at some point, and you go, okay, that's why that happened, because I needed to learn that so that it doesn't happen again, or I needed this person to come into my life so they could introduce me to this person. And do you know what I mean? All these things do start to make sense. But it's also a hard age because there's a lot of friends I've had to leave behind. And that's really important as well, as knowing when to leave some friendships behind. And not because you don't get along with them anymore. It's just because maybe you're on slightly different trajectories. That was a really hard word to say. Trajectories. And you're just maybe kind of going in different directions of life, of interests, of hobbies. And I think it's really important to know when to let that go, and also let relationships go as well. Like there's a lot of my friends I've seen that are in relationships, and I just think like, God, just you've beat that dead horse to the ground now. Like, and you never know who's around the corner. Like there could be, these people stay in relationships because they're comfortable, because they're like, well, I'm not sure whether I'm going to find anyone else, or, it's good enough. It's fine, But I'm like, there could be someone out there that you sit and look at and you're like, oh my God, this is exactly what I was been waiting for. And I think that's right now, I was in a relationship where I could have stayed in it. I could have been happy and it could have been fine. I mean, to be fair, towards the end, I don't think it would have been fine. But I think what I'm trying to say is, don't stay in something just because it's comfortable. Take a risk and take a chance on yourself, because you never know. Like in the last few months since breaking up with my ex, I have grown so much, and I didn't even realize how much I needed that time for myself. I think my ex really loved me into loving myself, which I'll always be so grateful for him for, because I don't think I would have been able to do this growth without him. So that's another thing. Never regret anything. Never regret these relationships. These things happen, and I think he really loved me into loving myself. And now throughout the relationship, I kind of realized, right, okay, I love myself now, and I don't think this is for me, which is sad. It sucks. I wish he could have been the person, because he really probably was a person that first, I haven't really had a boyfriend that's really been in love with me or really told me he loves me and wants to marry me and have kids with me. And my ex did all those things. And it made me realize I'm worthy of this. I deserve all the love in the world. And slowly towards the end of our relationship, it just didn't feel like that anymore. And that's what I'm searching for. I want someone to make me feel happy, complete, supportive, and just all the things that I do for another person, because I'm a very generous person, and when I love someone, I give them everything. I want to treat them to things. I make dinners. I do small little gifts, things I see in the window that I just think are cute, little candles. I go out of my way for the people that I love, and that's the kind of person that I'm looking for. So if anyone knows anyone, send me the numbers of these men. So another thing that I have done in this new year is composite bonding, which is basically like veneers, but they don't shave down your teeth. They just put it's like shellac for your nails, but they put it over your teeth. Obviously it's not the same thing, but it kind of is. And I had it done the beginning of the week, right? Thought this is going to be great. I'm going to have new teeth for the new year. I'm going to be gorgeous, stunning, white set fucking pearly teeth. And this doctor I go to, she's amazing. Dr. Rona at the Chelsea Dental Clinic. She is incredible. And it is not her fault that this happened. But during or after the surgery, I got a fucking gum infection. And I thought it was an allergic reaction to the local anesthetic, because they give you local anesthetic because it's quite invasive, because they have to polish them and they're like putting in new teeth. It's kind of crazy. And I looked like a fucking chipmunk. I looked like the Substance. I looked like Quasimodo. I could Alvin and the Chipmunks-esque. It was so bad. Like, I couldn't leave my house for a week. This is the second time I've left my house is to film this podcast, because I filmed an episode yesterday and that was the first time I'd actually seen the general public. So that happened. I'm still a bit swollen, if you guys can tell. So don't judge me this episode if like you see my face doing something weird and like, oh my God, don't judge me if you're watching this. Like, I did have, so like, you can kind of see it. Like, I can't really like smile this side, like it's still bad. But yeah, so I just wanted to clarify that for all the viewers. If you're listening, you can go to my YouTube and see my fucking busted ass face. So leading on from a little introduction, a little catch up, I asked you guys to ask me anything, which was quite risky. And I'm now looking at the questions. I'm like, I don't want to answer them. But I will try and be as honest and truthful as possible without offending anyone. Or putting myself in it. Okay, so the first question is, are you an introvert or an extrovert? And this is funny because I think most people will be like, duh, extrovert. Like, I'm so chatty. I'm so out there. Like, I just am a very wild, talkative and ADHD person. But I'm actually really introverted with certain situations. And when I'm at home, I'm such an introvert. Like, I literally, this whole week, granted, I did have a fucking gum infection, but I stayed at home the whole week and I just like love nesting and just being in my house and like being quite like to myself. I think I have my moments where I'm like, right, I guess to like the weekend and I'm like, get me out there, and I'll be out for like, you know, like 2 nights on the trot, like having the best time, going out for dinner. I love going out for dinners. I love going out and doing things. But then I have like, my friends will say it's so funny. They'll be sat with me sometimes and I'll be really like talkative and then I'll just like shut down and just go on my phone. And I think I just have them. I have it both in me. Yeah, I don't know where last like another mental illness. Another one to add to the list. How do you get your self-confidence back after a low period? Honestly, spending time with people that love you is so important, and protecting your peace and not letting toxic things into your life. I think when you're in a low place, it's really easy to flock to things that are comfortable or that feel familiar. And for me, that was destruction, chaos, and hell of a lot of drugs and alcohol. And that will only make you go further and further and deeper into a rabbit hole that is very, very difficult to climb out of, in my opinion and my experience. So yeah, I think just reevaluating. If you're in a low place and you don't feel like, you know, your life is going very well or things don't feel good in your life, just get rid of them. Like, get rid of people that don't make you feel good. Your friends should be uplifting. All my friends are like the sweetest people. Like, I just had my birthday. They bought me like a sash. 2 people bought me sashes. 2 people bought me crowns that said birthday girl. You know, they wanted to organize me a cake, but I wanted my own one. And, you know, they all just pulled out all the stops. They got me presents and flowers and gifts, and people that just show you that they love you, and people that you can sit and have these hard conversations with. Like, my friends have pulled me out of some of the darkest times of my life, you know. And when I went to rehab, my friends made me a card with all pictures of us on them, and they organized me a dinner for when I got out. And, you know, people that show up for you is really so important to have in your life, and to be honest as well about it, because I used to sit there and pretend like nothing was wrong, and things were wrong, and it just manifests itself, and then you just become even worse. So having people you can talk to, and, you know, also making yourself look hot as shit, which is like a complete other end of the spectrum. But I think to get your self-confidence back, you need to feel good about yourself, and in order to feel good about yourself, you have to think you look good, you know. And it can sound vain, but I think going to the gym is really good for your mental and your body. You know, if you have friends that like going to workout classes, or even maybe not, but just go to a workout class, find people that kind of enjoy doing those things. You meet people at these classes as well. They're really sweet. And go getting a spray tan, doing your makeup, taking hot pictures of yourself. Like, sometimes if I'm feeling really ugly, I'll literally just put a whole face of makeup on, do my hair, not go anywhere, and just take pictures and feel hot, and like put music on and have a glass of wine. What's your moon and rising signs? Right. Okay, so mine are kind of controversial. So I'm a Capricorn sun, and I love my Capricorn in me. I really feel I resonate with Capricorn. Like, all the Capricorn people in me, I'm like, me and you, we get it. We're like there's a few different things. I actually saw Cynthia Erivo talking about, she's a Capricorn, and she was speaking about Capricorns. Like, we're very stubborn, materialistic. We're very loyal though. And like, when we fuck with you, we fuck with you. Like, when we love hard, which is super intense. But like, if you do something to us and wrong us, we literally shut you out. We're like, bye-bye. It's like, you're gone, like, adios. But my moon and rising sign, so my moon sign is Gemini. I mean, it's a real shitter. But yeah, so my moon is Gemini, my rising is Virgo. I don't really know what Virgo rising means, but I know that Gemini is your moon sign is like your emotions. And I really feel with that. Like, I either really give a fuck, which is like one side of me, I think, with my emotions, or I really like just couldn't care less. So like, I'll either get really emotional about something, or I'll be like, and are you bi? Do you know what? Like, I've gone back and forth with this because I came out as pansexual for a while. I would definitely like, there's definitely gay in me, like for sure. Like, I don't even know where to put it anymore. Like, it's weird, but like, I'm definitely into women for sure. Like, there are women that I'm like, oh my God, like, I hope she like messages me. Like, I follow this really hot girl on TikTok, and I'm like, I sometimes think like, she followed me back, and I was like, oh my God, I hope she messages me. Obviously, I've slept with women. I would date women. I honestly, I don't think like love should be defined by like that. Like, for me, in my brain, I don't think like I would ever rule someone out based on their like gender, sexual preferences, anything. Like, I would date a guy who is bi. I would date a girl who's bi. I would date like a gay girl. It really doesn't matter. I would date a trans person. I really don't care. I think it's so down to like who I meet, and if I connect with them, and if their energy is right. Like, I'm so that kind of person. So yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Do you have a stylist who does your hair and makeup? Always looks so vintage and glam. Chloe, yes, I do. Not today, and not when I do my podcast. Normally I just do my own makeup because I do it twice a week, and that would cost me a fortune. But I have an amazing glam team at the moment. Leah and Joseph, shout out. You guys are amazing. I think you've probably seen, if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen me tagging them in like loads of stuff. They're incredible. It's taken me a long time to find a good glam team, and I just fuck with them so hard. Like, they're just the coolest people. We always have a really good time while we're doing glam, and I think that's really important. So yeah. Would you ever pivot from modeling to designing? I don't know, because my style is so random. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Like, half of me would be like, I want to do like cottage core girly, like, you know, like Lana Del Rey vibes, and then like half of it would be like the complete opposite, like grungy black, like Chrome Hearts vibes. So I really like don't know. But maybe I could incorporate the two, or like incorporate all the different styles and make something. But yeah, or I'm like hippie. When I go on holiday, I'm very like hipster, like hippie vibes. Like, I do like long skirts, and like my hair just like frizzy and natural. But like, yeah, I don't really know. I think it would be something fun to do. Like, I actually had a collection in the past with PacSun. That was really fun, but I didn't really get to design anything, which was quite disappointing. So I wasn't really sad to see that deal go. Because if I'm going to design a collection, like, I want it to be my own. And they were trying to make me design like the shittest stuff, which was like, it was like, there was like t-shirts with like slogans saying like live, love, love on it. It was that typey. And I was like, you must be kidding if you think I'm going to be posting that on my fucking Instagram. If I had more creative control this time, I would 100% do it. My friend Alex Janae, she's amazing. She's doing her own brand, and she just has a cooler style. So maybe if I could do a collection with her or something. I have my other friend Jess Horwell. She has Hardware London, and I would love to do like a collaboration with my friends, because I think we could make something really cool. I haven't been in a single date on my 20s. Is it a red flag to care about my career more? No. Honestly, babe, it's a fucking shit show out there. It's like, you know how they say like the dating pool? The dating pool is full of fish, right? But the fish are all dead. They're all like literally dead, disgusting fish with eyes rotting. Then it's not like, I wouldn't worry, babe, because even if you go out there, which I've been out here, I'm out here in the streets. Do you know what I mean? I'm out here, and it's just not worth it. Like, every time I go on a date, it makes me regret being there. And I'm like, why did I do my hair and makeup for this? Like, just recently I went on a date with a guy, and he proceeded to tell me like, this is going to put you off, and you'll be like, right, I'm going to focus on my career now 100%, because I wish I had more in my earlier 20s, like focused on my career. I went on a date with this guy recently, and we went back to mine. Like, things were going really well, and we were kind of like on top of each other, like kissing, making out. Like, just as things were getting heated up, he goes, oh, by the way, I'm not looking for a relationship or anything serious. I was like, why the fuck would you choose now, when my legs are in the air, Like, your dick's practically like bulging into my fucking thigh, and now you're choosing. Like, now I'm like, it, you know what I mean? I'm wet. Like, like, why are you telling me that now? Like, bizarre behavior. So yeah, don't. Honestly, just focus on your career. I mean, men are not going to pay your rent, and that career is. So unless you find a rich man, in which case maybe drop the career. I saw you've lived in LA. What's your opinion on life over there? I'm from the UK, but I was offered a chance to go to school over there. I've heard it has a very toxic atmosphere. What is your advice to navigate that and not let it affect you? I mean, with the current climate right now, with like, you know, Trump, and after all the wildfires and things like that, you know, which is so tragic. I have so many friends in LA. It's so sad what's happened to the people out there. I haven't really spoken about that, actually. It's like devastating to see what's going on out there. Probably now is not the right time to move. I mean, it's a beautiful place. I love LA. It has such a special place in my heart. There's so many people out there I love. It has its ups and downs, but I think every city does. Like, you know, I think it has this kind of narrative of being very like fake. Like, people think LA and then they think fake, but there are amazing people out there and really hardworking individuals and really creative, cool people out there that I met when I was out there, and I still have friends that live out there. And yeah, so I think honestly, like, go out there, see if it's for you. Maybe do like a few months out there and then see, because I know people that have gone out there for a few months and been like, no, it's not for me. And I have friends from there that have come here and been like, this is not for me. So yeah, I would always trial something out before you decide to permanently move. Online dating just isn't working for me. Any tips on meeting guys in real life nights out? No. I got nothing. If I had tips, I would be doing this thing right now. I don't have any tips because I don't know how to do it myself. I wish I could help you. Like, whoever asked this question, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know. Like, I actually don't know. I'm only speaking to guys on apps right now, and barely even that, to be honest with you. The chat is shit. Like, I don't ever meet guys out, ever. Like, I get approached by like creepy men who could be my dad's age, or like just like complete losers. Like, I don't, like, there's no talent out there as far as I can see. Me and my friends are actually going to this place next week that's called the Ned. I don't know if anyone's heard of it, but it's kind of a place where like bankers and like people from the city go like after work. So me and my friends were like, right, let's get away from like the creative vibe, because that's all I've been dating. My friends kind of date that kind of vibe as well. So we're like, right, let's get out of that. So we're kind of going for the more like bankery city guy vibe now. So we're going to go for dinner there on Thursday night and then wait for all the guys to get off work and get some free drinks. But I think honestly, I always think like you should go to the places where you would like want to meet someone. So like, obviously you don't know whether you're going to meet someone, but like go to the like Pilates classes if you like Pilates. Go to like, I mean, there won't be that many men there, but go to like cute pubs in Notting Hill. That's a vibe actually. There's fit guys at pubs in Notting Hill. Yeah, I think if you're into like pottery, or if you're into like gardening and things, go to those kind of like classes, and then you might meet a guy there. That's all the advice I can give you, because I truly don't know. I'm truly lost. I'm a lost soul. I've been curious about my sexuality for a while and think I want to start sleeping with women. Do it. But I'm so nervous. Any way to boost my confidence in this? Do it. It's so good. It's honestly like 10 out of 10. Like, if you've been thinking about doing it for a while, and I've had experiences with girls that it was their first time sleeping with a girl. I mean, they had nothing but good things to say. No, I'm kidding. But like, I think just, you know, make the other person aware. She made me aware, and, you know, we only did what she was comfortable with, and you know, like, girls are girls. Like, we're just girls. Like, and I think this is a good thing with sleeping with women, is like, most women will be very like gentle and nurturing. Like, we are a nurturing, kind species, unlike men who are like, you don't want to have sex with me, are you fucking frigid? Like, do you know what I mean? They're not going to do that. Like, all the women I've had sexual experiences with have been such incredible experiences, and, you know, even if I was like not that into it or whatever, they've all been so like respectful about it or kind about it, because women are the best. Do you have a crush, or are you dating anyone right now? I actually have a crush, which is so weird because I never really have like crushes on guys. But I saw this guy come up on my For You page, who's this rapper, and I was like, he's such a bit of me. I'm not going to name names because like that's so embarrassing, because he probably doesn't know who I am. But I saw this guy and I really like his music. I think he's really hot. I think he lives in LA, but he's younger than me, and I just like don't know whether that's a vibe. like quite a bit young. Not like he's like legal, by the way, okay? Like he is legal, but he's quite a bit younger than me, and I just feel like maybe that's just not, but he is gorgeous and I think he's life. But I'm not dating anyone right now. No. I'm just so bad with like guys. I'm just like so like nervy and like eek. And like even this guy that I have a crush on, I would never like message him. Like I just feel too embarrassed. But I am quite good at making the first move sometimes. But I just think like more with people that I think like I could get, like not guys like that. I'm like, oh my God, like I would die if he messaged me. I would lose my fucking mind. Are you still sober curious? Do you know what? I actually am, Ella. I'm still sober curious. Like I've been back and forth with being sober for such a long time, and I've had like bad moments with alcohol and drugs, and I've had like good moments with alcohol and drugs. So it's a weird one trying to navigate, but I definitely think I could see myself going sober, like just like out of health, because I love the way I look when I'm not drinking. Like I now haven't drunk for a week and I feel so good. I'm about to have a drink after this, lol. But like I feel so good and I love the way my body feels. I love the way like my energy is. I feel like I give you guys more when I come on this podcast when I haven't drank for a bit as well. Like I don't come on and I'm not like a shriveled shell of a human being. Like, yeah, I just feel like I get more done. Like my brain is working more. So yeah, I'm definitely sober curious, and I like huge hats off to like anyone that is sober, because it's fucking difficult. I was just speaking to one of my producers and she was saying she was out and she's doing dry Jan and she found it really fucking difficult to sit there while everyone else is like talking, and like, you know, when everyone else is drunk around you and you're not, and you just feel like, oh my God, like I need a drink to kind of get through this. Like I think I'm kind of like that, like where I'm like, I need to get through this somehow, which is not the best approach. Drop the skincare routine. Honestly, I actually need to do a video, and I might actually drop it just like on the pod, like do a little video just for you guys and then just drop it on the pod, because I think that could be really cute. Or like on the YouTube channel that we have, just film a little skincare tutorial, because I've always had so many questions I never ever tell people. It's not a secret, like I'm not like drinking like a different type of water or like baby's blood, but like I'm just so bad at filming like these tutorials, like makeup tutorials and stuff. I just feel so stupid. Like I feel every time I start filming one, I'll be like, hey guys, today I'm gonna be doing my skin, and then I just get like embarrassed and I'm like, no one cares. But I will do that for you guys. This is a cute one to end on. Where do you see yourself, career, the pod, in the next 5 years? I see myself hopefully with a ring on my finger. I would love to have babies by that point. I would love to have bought a house. I would love the podcast to be maybe turned into like a chat show potentially, and have like huge guests on, and I just want to be an empire. I want to be big. I want to make it to Hollywood. Yeah, my career, I would love to do more television. I'd love to do more collaborations. Like I'd love to like host like the like Oscars or something. Like I'd love to do stuff like that. I think that would be really fun. And I love talking to people. I think this is a career that I want to do, is just like interviewing people and speaking to people. I think I just really enjoy it. Even if it is just talking to the camera. Like obviously that you guys feel like I'm talking to you because you guys are listening to this, but for me, I'm just talking to the camera. But I love the feedback I get, and that does make it feel more conversational to me, which is amazing. So thank you guys, and keep writing in and keep watching and listening and messaging me, because I do actually look at my messages on Instagram. I do see you guys messaging me, and it warms my heart when you guys are like, oh my God, I completely relate to that, or I've been going through such similar things and you just like made my day. Like, and when I remember I released an episode, I think it was my breakup episode, and like loads of people tagged me in them watching it, and I was like, oh, I love that. That's so cute. So keep doing that, because it warms my heart. Thank you guys for listening and tuning in for this episode. I've loved this episode, actually. This has felt like a proper like girly chat. Like I've loved this. And keep streaming, keep listening, keep watching, and let me know if there's anything you want to see as well, guys, or hear about, anyone you want me to have on the podcast, because I'm just like out of ideas. I need stuff to talk about. Give me stuff. Thank you guys for listening, and see you next week.